Hi, I'm Erica from PromoBullet, and I'm back with another video lesson in the PromoBullet training series. As there are numerous parts to the options portion of adding products, I chose to make a separate video to go into greater detail. This video will cover another component of adding products. Having watched the most recent lesson in the training series, you should now be able to add products. We will begin by clicking the Details button on the item we just created. Now we will scroll down to the bottom until we see the Options button. We're going to then click it to expand the options section. We will click the Add option. Now we'll see the fields to add our newly created option. You can give it any title you like as long as it's relevant to the product for the title. For mine, I decided on size, and I'm going to set it as mandatory. Mandatory means that the customer must choose one before they can add it to their cart. If no selection is made, the site will display an error and highlight the required field. For examples, the mandatory would be color or size, so they would have to choose what color they would want and what size they need to get before they could add it to their cart. The yes/no type is optional and presented to the buyer in form of a checkbox. Lastly, the optional type allows customers to decide whether or not to choose one or not. If a buyer leaves this drop-down blank, they can still put the item in their cart. I'll create a few more options using the various types to demonstrate how that would look and appear to you. We'll return to those types in one moment. Now that we have covered the different types, we can move on to the system name. The system name isn't a required field and isn't usually needed. Our development staff or customer service will instruct you what to add here if it is needed. Now you just click the Add option, you'll see a confirmation in green that your option has been created. As you can see, I have created 4 options using the different types. Size and color are using mandatory because for a client to add the items to their cart, they must select a size and color. Gift wrap is using yes/no because they have the option to add gift wrapping to their order. And lastly, we have gift message. It's using optional because the user can choose if they want it or not. If they don't click anything, it will automatically be taken in as a no and not added to their cart. So now we're going to press details on one of our 4 options. I will be choosing color. Once again, you will now see the information about our options, but if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the word element in blue. You click that, and then we're going to click Add Element. So now you see the fields to add an element to our option. For the elements, I will be adding blue, green, and black. And for example, if I was doing the same for size, I would be adding small, medium, large, etc. So I'm going to be adding a title as blue for now. You can add a SKU prefix or suffix if needed. Text entered here will be inserted before or after the base SKU when the corresponding element is selected. This allows you to easily identify the option elements selected at checkout by looking at the SKU. Enabled means it shows on the storefront, and the system name is usually only required in special cases. Again, our development staff or customer service will direct you on what to add here if needed. Lastly, you can add a description if you like. For blue, you can write something like a shade of teal, just describing what the color would be. Again, for sizes. For incompatible option elements, This would be where you select any options that can't be ordered together. The customer will receive a pop up warning if they attempt to add the incompatible elements to their cart. So, such as if there is no stock for a large blue t shirt, you would have to put them in right here. So, we're going to be adding our element. Perfect. Now you can go to the details for the element right here, and you can add images if you want. So, you would add your images right here. The same kind of process we did for adding our product. You could add images in that way. The pricing on options elements allows you to add charges of elements such as a surcharge on an 2XL t-shirt. Option pricing can be added to the price of a product or replace the base product price. Yes, no options only contain one element, which corresponds to the yes or selected status of the checkbox. The last component is miscellaneous. Group products by this option instructs the cart to sort items by the option on order for them to be listed in descending order on orders. Invoices and packing slips are not listed in the order the buyer added them to the cart. Now I'm going to be going from the dashboard to the storefront to show you how this would look like all put together. So this is the storefront, and this is just an example of what it would all look like put together. So there's your image, the pricing, and the options. Just as I said, small, medium, large is mandatory because you have to select the size and color to be able to add it to your cart. So that's the end of this tutorial on how to add options and elements. See you guys next time.